guys, it's Megan, and today I am going to do a video that I'm very worried about. Basically, if you haven't heard, Chanel has reformulated and re-released their blushes, and I love Chanel blushes. It was one of my very first luxury beauty product purchases, and my favorite color is rose bronze, and you will be able to see how much I love it because that is how much pan I have. So I'm almost finished with this, and it took me many years to get to this point of almost being done with it, and I truly love it. It is, I think, one of the most flattering and versatile blush colors that I've ever seen. It just is beautiful on my skin. It lasts all day. It is just stunning. And I knew once I finished this up, I was going to repurchase, but I wanted to wait until I actually used it up so I didn't have to spend $45 until I needed to. But then I saw that this reformulation happened. And so I panicked and I bought a backup of my, like, the formula I know and love, and I bought the new one so I could do a little science experiment for us. It's very hard to tell which is which. Thankfully, on this box, it has the Nordstrom sticker, and this is the new one. So there are a few ways to tell which one is which, especially if you're getting like the same color. A lot of the existing colors have been like carried over into the reformulated version, and they're called the same thing, Jouer Contrast Powder Blush. The shade names are the same. It's 6 grams, still 0.21 ounces. But there are a few differences on the packaging specifically. For example, with Rose Bronze, you can see the color name is the same, but then this number underneath is different. So I don't really know what those numbers mean. The one on the top is the old, like, original formula, and then this one on the bottom is the new formula. One thing that I heard Jen from All Feisty mention, on the back of the packaging, on both the box and the compact itself, on the new packaging, it has 2 lines of the address. It says Chanel London underneath, and on the like original formula, it only has the first line. It doesn't say Chanel London. So that's another way you can tell the difference. It's the same price, $45, same grams and ounces. So let's open up both of these. And I ordered both of these on Nordstrom's website. I will link below the like old formula or the original formula and the new formula, because thankfully they are different product listings on their website. But if you were to go in store or shop on Chanel.com, you don't know what you're gonna get. So that is something to keep in mind. But at least on like Nordstrom's site, they were different listings. So I'm going to try very hard to keep these straight because they look practically the same. So as you can see, the pouch is the same. It has the Chanel like imprint on it. So this one is the old one, this is the new one. It's just that velvet pouch, and the like compact is still like just the traditional black with white CCs like imprinted in it. So again, on the back, this is another great way to tell the like original formula versus the new formula. So again, on the back of the new one, which I'm shaking right now, you can see there's 2 lines of the address here, and then on the original formula there's only that 1 line. So that is one way that you can tell which is which. All right, when you open the compacts, it is also, whoops, the same. So you get a little brush and the protector. Let's see if the brushes are the same. yeah, they pretty much feel exactly the same. I usually end up throwing those away because they're just so small. I don't know. And I'm going to take them out so they don't keep falling out. I want to hold these up for you guys to see side by side. This one is the original formula and this is the new formula. And I don't know if you will be able to tell, the original formula has much more of a sheen. I feel like it's hard to capture, and I am using natural light to try to capture it. But the new version just seems so much more flat in the pan versus the original rose bronze. And just when I look at them like in person, the like original formula just looks more, I don't know, like prettier, for lack of a better word. So this is the original, this is the new. And I just feel like the original just has this gorgeous glow to it, and that's one of the things that I love so much about rose bronze, is that it has this stunning like golden sheen, and that I feel like is what makes it really unique in my collection and why I've used almost a full one up. So I wanted to make sure I had a backup of the original version just in case this new one isn't the same. And just from glancing at it, it looks like it won't be the same, but I want to test it. And like I said, these last all day on my skin, so I want to see if the new one is the same. So I'm going to do a wear test in this video too. So on my skin right now, I don't have any like blush or bronzer or highlight. I just have my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. And so I am going to use my trusty blush brush to apply each of them, and I'm going to like wipe it off on my makeup towel in between, so then there's no like cross-contamination, so to speak. And I'm going to keep with like the sides, so the left side of my face is going to have the new one, the right side of my face is going to have the original formula. So let's go into the new one first. I'm very curious. Okay, good. It's not like really powdery, so that's a good sign. I feel like Chanel blushes never were very powdery, like, which I like. So definitely has the Chanel blush scent. So let's see. I feel like it has a bit of a sheen on my cheeks, and I feel like I kind of went a little low on my cheek with that. So I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and just clean that up a little bit. Yeah, it definitely has a sheen. Okay. So I'm going to wipe off my brush. I don't know if I'm just being like picky, but right now I'm not loving it. All right, so I wiped that off. Now we're going in with the old formula. Again, not very powdery. All right, what do you guys think? So this is the old one. This is the new one. Oh, I don't want to do that. this one's brighter. Like, am I crazy? Like, I feel like this one is like brighter in a sense. And maybe it's just how I placed it, but I don't think so. Like, this one just seems brighter to me. And this one, the original one, seems like how I remember it, obviously. Like, this one, it's almost like it's more rose, less bronze. Like, it's more pink versus this one. I don't know, am I crazy? It's very slight. It's a very slight difference, which I'm thankful about. Like, even the sheen, even though in the pan it really looked like the original one had a lot of sheen to it, I feel like the new one has plenty of sheen. So can you tell a color difference? I swear this one, the new one, is slightly brighter or pinker or something like that. Okay, so I definitely want to do a wear test because, like I said, the original Chanel blushes last all day on my skin. And I like remember that because when I first bought my original rose bronze blush, I was working in retail at the time. One of the small things I love doing for myself when I worked in retail is when I finally would get like a bathroom break or something, I would like check my makeup and see like what was wearing well and stuff. And I just remember always being so impressed whenever I wore my Chanel Rose Bronze that it lasted all day throughout my like 8-hour shift. And not every blush did that for me. So I definitely want to see if this new formula lasts as long. I'm not gonna put on any like bronzer or highlighter. I'm just going to leave it as is. And right now it is 11:16 a.m. So I'm gonna try to do at least 2 check-ins so you can see, like, they're both gorgeous, but I just think the new version is slightly brighter. Like, I like rose bronze because it's more subtle and not really pink. I don't really like pink blush, and I feel like the new one is more pink. Anyhow, I will check in with you guys in a few hours, and obviously this is only a review of this color, so I don't know what the other colors, how they differ, if they differ at all. I will check in with you in a few hours and we will see how the blushes are wearing. Me and Rach are in the drive-thru and I wanted to show you the blush. So I've only had it on for like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna have to put on my mask. I don't want the mask to like completely like ruin it, rub it off, so I wanted to show you it before I put it on. But Rachel agreed that this side of my face seemed brighter, which is the new formula, and then this is the original, and I feel like this side has more of a sheen. Like,
I can't really tell.
It's very slight. Yeah. But yeah, so this is 30 minutes in. So obviously it's wearing really nicely, and I will check in a few hours. It's 1:30 now, so this is like a 2-hour check-in. You can see I'm definitely getting glowier naturally throughout the day. It's actually pretty warm today. It's very humid, so definitely getting a little glowy. But the blush seems to be wearing evenly on both sides. This is the original, this is the new. Again, I feel like the new side, the color is a little brighter. Or maybe I applied a little more, I'm not exactly sure. But both sides look good. 2 hours in. Still as like vibrant as it was when I applied. All right, you guys, it's about 6 p.m. So I've been wearing this for about 7 hours, and I feel like they've both held up really, really nicely. Obviously, I put on my glasses, but so you don't have the glare, I'll take them off, but they both sides look great. Like, I can't see a huge difference in the wear, which I am very happy about. Like, I would say this side is still very vibrant, and this side has also worn really, really well. I did want to do just quick swatches of the new one and the old one and compare it against my like original one from a few years ago. Even though we can see it on the face, I figured maybe some finger swatches would help. And I am using a different finger for each swatch. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, let me do the last swatch, but kind of surprised about this. All right, so from top to bottom, we have my original one, which is the original formula, but a few years old. The middle swatch is the original formula, but the new one that I just bought. And this bottom one is the new formula. So I think you can see in the swatch that this bottom one is more pigmented. It has more depth to it, I would say. And you can, of course, shear it out, but upon that first swatch, it actually is like richer in color. And when I really like inspect the colors compared to each other, I would say that the new one, which is the bottom swatch, has more pink to it. And the top two have more of like a peachy, like orangish tone. So I feel like that is probably why it looks more vibrant on the cheek, because it is more pink, which is interesting. Like, they're all warm tone for sure, but I feel like the last one has more pink to it and definitely is deeper. What is the verdict? The verdict is they both wear really well. The new one wears really, really nicely. It has a little more pink. If I wasn't comparing them directly, I would have no problem with this blush, the new Rose Bronze. When I'm comparing them directly, I do notice some subtle differences, but nothing that makes me really upset or like it ruined the integrity of the color. Like, it is a slightly different color, slightly, but not enough that would make me say like, don't buy the new version or something like that. And honestly, if you like a pinkier tone and more pigmented blush, the new one is better. It is more pigmented and it has a pinker tone. But if you love the original Rose Bronze, get it while you still can. Like I said, I'll link below the original formula and the new formula. Now I have two Rose Bronze backups, but it is one of my favorite blushes, so I will use it. Maybe I'll give one to my mom, actually. I think she would really like it. So yeah, that is my overview, review, wear test. 7 hours, and it still looks pretty dang good. I don't feel like with another hour or two it will be drastically different. So before the sun goes down, I wanted to do a final check-in with the natural light that's remaining. But I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you love Rose Bronze, if you love Chanel blushes, like I said, this is only a direct comparison of one shade, but many of the shades have been reformulated in the new version. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you could tell a difference on the cheeks. And yeah, this was a pretty fun experiment, and when I ordered it I was like, for science, because I knew I shouldn't buy 2 Chanel blushes at one time with the same color, but I wanted to just see for myself. Since it is a color I really recommend, I just wanted to make sure the new version is still a product that I would recommend, and from what I experienced today, I definitely would still recommend it. It is practically the same product as before, and like I said, I think I'm going to give probably the new version to my mom, because my mom has slightly deeper skin than me, so I think the more pigmented version would work even better on her. And I'll just keep the old formula for myself. So that is it. I hope this helped you guys. If you're rose bronze lovers like me, or just Chanel blush lovers, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or got anything out of it, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!